Let's talk heading tags. So a heading tag is like an invisible flag. It's a little bit of code that you can put onto some text on a web page so that search engines know what is the hierarchy of importance on this page. So the way I'm going to illustrate this for you is just by walking you through some of the content on my blog archive page here. So the title of the page is usually what would be considered the most important thing on the page, gives you the most information about that page. So it usually is assigned an H1 heading tag. So your heading tags range from H1 to H6, and it's kind of a hierarchy of importance where the most important thing, usually the page title, is given an H1, and as things get a little less important on the page, they get a little bit lower title tag. So you can see, looking in the code here, if you can see that, an H1 class or an H1 tag has been added to that bit of text, the Matchless web blog. Now, just to illustrate some of that hierarchy concept here, if I come down to maybe the title of one of these blog posts, I'm going to just right click and inspect that. We should see something other than H1 here because it's not the title of the page. All right, so this link with the text called the 5 essential components of any WordPress website. If we look up just above that, it's actually an H2. So if I can move this out of the way, as I'm hovering over this, you see it highlighted over here, H2 entry title. So the title of the blog post on the page is H2. So that's indicating, hey, it's not the most important thing on the page, but it is a pretty important topic of the page or an important item on that page. Now, if we were to come down, and I'm just going to select some of this, if I can, may just need to inspect it first. If I find some of the text within these paragraph tags, so these are this is just saying, hey, this is really basic text, so it's not a heading at all. Actually, this is just content on the page. So a P, just indicating paragraph. This is just text on the page, so it's not given a lot of weight in the way of importance on that page. It's just saying, hey, this is some content on the page itself. But those heading tags can really do a lot to help search engines understand your content a little bit more. Let's click into one blog post just to look here at another example of those heading tags in action. So when this page loads up, and you may hear my dog walking in the background. Don't you love puppy toenails on the hard flooring? When this page loads, sorry, that took a bit, we can find that, again, the title of the post will be our H1, and as we move down the page, things like this heading, more than likely going to be an H2. Did not check that before starting this video, but we're about to find out. If I've done things correctly, this should be an H2. And look there. It is, in fact, an H2. So again, just indicating, hey, this isn't the title of the page, but it is a pretty important aspect of this page. Let's see, if we scroll down any further, I wonder, do I have any H3s? I'm just looking at the, let's see, with this bonus text, would that be an H3? Let's see if I can kind of zoom in on that. No, it's just bolded, okay, so it's not a heading. May not have any H3s on that. Oh wait, what is this? This is also bolded. H3, okay, there we go. So this H3, so this is just kind of saying, if you think of how bullet points work, how you could have if all your bullet points are in a line, it kind of means they're all of equal weight of importance. But the further over you indent a bullet point, it kind of becomes less and less important. You know, it's still related to the first. It's still related to, you know, whatever the bullet point is under, but it's just a little more nuanced information. And so in this article, I start out in this section talking about why you need plugins on a WordPress website, and that's an H2. That's a big kind of topic of the page. But then this H3, it's saying, hey, this is just a little aside. This is just a little extra information about plugins, a couple of my favorite ones. But it's not one of the main points of the page, so it's given an H3. So you can just see how using heading tags, H1 through H6, can be used to kind of classify the order of importance or the hierarchy of importance on a web page. So use those headings the way that they are intended to be used. We'll make one separate video from this one where we show how you could use headings incorrectly just to style links or style bits of text rather. And I will, in that video, go into why you don't want to do that. So see the next video below for that.